cloud. So here we are. This is the Board of Health meeting of August 6, 2025. There were 4 of us here: Catherine Hilton, Wim Levine, Arlene Reed, and Garrett Simonson. And Noreen is absent tonight. So there's really not very much on our agenda, which is a good thing. Did I send out a draft of the minutes from last time? Or did I totally forget?
Oh,
Does anybody remember?
question.
I don't.
I think maybe you weren't here last time, Wim.
No, I wasn't.
And I can't remember last time to save my life. I can't remember last week to save my life.
I don't remember reading them, but that don't
Okay, well let's
take
just
that
let it let's just let it ride, and I'll catch up with them and make sure we have them all, and then next time we can vote.
okay.
Okay, it's not like they're crucial. So I can tell you what's going on with the health agent search. We had a meeting of the district the other day. We've had 2 applicants. It was pretty disheartening to read their resumes because neither of them actually has the skills that we need. Neither of them has any experience with Title V, which is like 90% at least of what we do here. Did I disappear?
No, well, there you are. I see.
Yeah, I don't know why that turned off. So anyway, we got these two applications. One of the applicants is retired from some state job and can only work 23 hours a week. So we decided to say thanks very much, but given the required, Claudia worked, I think, 27 hours a week for the district. And we would like to have 30 hours. Given that there's extra training that this person would need, we eliminated that one from the search. For the other one, that one has more experience in wastewater treatment and stuff like that, but it's not quite at the level that we would want. Supposedly a letter was supposed to go out to that person on Monday saying, this job is maybe more hands-on than you thought, and you would have to get extra training in this, and this. If you're still interested, we're offering an interview that would happen sometime next week, I think. So that's where that is. It was in Irving that they developed the ad for this, and they decided to call the person a health director. And I mean, even though they described what the job is in the text of the ad, I think that they may have given the wrong impression, that this is the kind of person who would have a staff and they would direct them and they wouldn't be jumping down into holes and stuff. So it's possible that we might either fail the search and start again with a new ad and maybe a new job title, like health director / agent, and try again if this person doesn't work out.
Yeah, I was surprised when I saw the way that they had advertised that.
Yeah.
You know, because it was a little, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, health director in Irving.
Yeah, right. You didn't even think that was our agent,
right?
I suppose. Yeah, they slanted it that way because apparently Claudia was not comfortable with the administrative side of it, and they want to make sure that somebody is. But I think they went too far in that direction.
Yeah,
so
the way I've seen that situation advertised in other like positions is to use health administrator for the Board of Health or for the district. So like one example is in Sherborne, it's kind of very similar. It's more inspections, septic, and that position is, as opposed to just being called health agent, is called health administrator because they also have some other administrative things that they do. So that could be a way of expressing the position.
Mhm.
It's closer to what Claudia is looking for, or thought it should be.
Uh-huh. That's interesting. I'll bring that up when we meet again. And if, assuming that we're gonna be re-advertising and maybe re-describing the position, which I think is likely. I mean, all the training that this person would need is out there, but actually, I was surprised we got any applicants at all. There don't seem to be people out there that have these skills.
Hmm.
So we're relying on Mike Thoreau for now, but no, who knows? So that's what I have to report about that. I don't know if you've noticed that there's somebody over by the lake, I forget the exact address, who've got a dry well,
Great Pines.
Great Pines.
Mhm.
Right, you got in on that email. The woman reached out to the Board of Health, but she hasn't responded to anything that we've sent. Arlene answered her. I sent at least 3 emails to her. And she has not
Well, she replied to me that her original email suggested to me, well, maybe it's not a well problem, but a pump problem. But when I said that, she said, no, we have had Buzzy Booth out here, and it's not a pump problem. It appears to be a well problem. And she's contacted a few different well specialists, as she termed it, and somebody was supposed to come out with a camera to explore her well and then had to cancel. And she's left literally high and dry, and there's a child in the household. They have bottled water, but it's been, by now it sounds like it's been about 6 days that they've had no running.
Oh, are you kidding? It's been about 3 weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's been going on for a long time, and the guy's been on next door, and I connected with him a little bit through that.
Okay.
But then when the wife reached out, I was trying to find out from her, what are these well specialists? What the hell is a well specialist?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, but she hasn't answered me about that.
Okay.
And I did tell her, probably you're going to need to drill a well. You can be sure that it's a shallow well. We don't have any information on it. I looked for it some time ago, and we don't have any information. And given where it is and the fact that we don't have a driller's log or anything, suggests that it's probably a shallow well. Apparently, somebody drilled a well nearby recently, and
tapped into her
tapped
aquifer or something.
yeah, tapped into the water they were getting. Apparently, because sometime since that happened, their well went dry. And it could be that the well
fourth, that's right. I'm rereading the email. We are now into our 4th week without water. I had remembered it as 4 days, but right, 4th week without water. God.
Yeah, it's expensive, but they gotta do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking they might as well just go ahead and do it. If they're having problems now, I mean, it's been a dry couple of years, but if they're having problems now and they're going to try to limp along with it.
Well, so you don't want a shallow well right next to Lake Wyola anyway.
And right next to, and that's such a dense, densely used and populated and small area. I did tell one of them that we are really in favor of drilled wells instead of those shallow wells.
Mhm.
But they haven't been very responsive. I mean, I want to be helpful here, but
Yeah,
you know, if you reach out and ask, okay, who are the well specialists that you talk to? Tell me more, and they don't say anything. There's not much we can do.
right.
I did tell her that she could go take containers up to town hall and get water there for washing and stuff. And they had that one time when there was a big power outage, people were going up and filling up water containers there. So I'm sure that they could do that. She didn't, but I have had no reply.
Yeah.
So that's that. There's another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about. At Elliott Park, some people have started leaving boats on the park, their own personal boats. There's a canoe that's a great big heavy thing, and there are a couple of little plastic kayak type boats, and a couple of big tubes, you know, the plastic tubes, and some other crap, you know, little buckets and toys and filthy towels and stuff like that. And I talked with the acting police chief, Devin, what's his face? And Devin pointed out that it's a liability for the town. If somebody takes one of those boats out and sinks it and drowns, the town could get sued. I don't know if they could win a suit like that, but the town could get sued for, you know, not providing a safe environment. So I've talked with the select board about it, and they are going to put it on their meeting agenda one of these days. I've also talked with Concom about putting up a sign that says, don't leave your crap here, basically. Or else, I wanted to say, don't leave your crap here or else we're going to take it away. I mean, you can't leave your stuff out in the public park anywhere else in the state without it disappearing, right? I mean, either somebody would take it or it would be removed by the Public Works Department.
Mhm.
Right? I mean, you certainly couldn't expect to go back and find it where you left it. So the reason I want to talk to you guys about it is it strikes me that it's also a public health problem, because not every time, and this has been going on for a few weeks, and in fact I made some little notes asking people to take them away, and I put them in sandwich bags and zipped them shut, and I put one in each boat and each tube. But I came back after that and I could see that some of the boats had been used, and there was no action. But anyway, some of those boats are left sitting up and they get water in them, and that makes a mosquito ranch.
Mhm.
So I'm not sure how that fits in there. I mean, if we can declare it somehow contrary to public health to have these boats left there right side up.
Mhm.
Any thoughts?
I think that's more ammunition if there were ever a challenge, but the first thing that has to happen, I think it's already underway. It sounds like once the select board decides this is not okay and a sign is posted, then it's fair game. Take them away.
Mhm.
Somebody suggested that we put out a notice on Nextdoor that says with a picture, if these are your boats, please take them away. If these aren't your boats, please take them away.
But not out onto the water.
Right. I've been tempted to take them out and scuttle them in the cove, but
Yeah,
I've also been tempted to drag them up into the shed and lock them up.
yeah.
But
I'm not sure that the mosquito argument would hold much water. Haha, see what I did there. Given that a wetland I mean, it's already, there's
that's true.
a
That's true. It's
mosquito
already a
breeding
mosquito
area,
ranch.
so
That's a good point.
does that really increase it significantly? So I don't know that carries any weight, but
Good point.
yeah, I hate to think about the work involved, but hauling these off to somewhere till people get in touch and say, hey, that was mine, you know, and then you can reunite them with it and give them a lecture at the same time, but that's a lot of work. That's somebody's work to do that.
Well, we could do it, I could do it myself, um, putting them up in the shed, which is the old privy,
The shed, I'm sorry, what shed are we talking about?
the old privy, the old changing room. It's up
Oh,
by the
I'm not
park,
familiar
up by
with
the
it. Okay.
parking lot.
All right.
So
Okay.
I could do that, but it seems maybe unfair to do that before we can put a sign up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
And I can't, the things that are standing between me and putting a sign up are knowing what to put on the sign, because that's at least partially up to the select board,
Mhm.
knowing where I can put the sign, because that's up to the Concom.
Mhm. Right. Yeah.
So-
I think it is obviously more in their hands than Board of Health, I think, but
Right, right, yeah, you're absolutely right that it doesn't make any sense to consider it a public health question when it's just one more wet spot in a big wet spot.
right.
Okay, all right, I'll drop that.
Well, I don't think you have to drop it. I mean,
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, the public health
Yeah.
aspect of it.
but pursue it with the select board.
Collaborate with
Yeah.
the other, boards and committees. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's moving forward. So, do you guys have anything to tell me?
I only that I had a communication from the director of the Morse Hill Outdoor Education Center as a follow-up to an injury report that they had filed. Did you see that, Kat?
Yeah, they just sent it to the Board of Health, so I forwarded it over to you.
Yeah, oh, right, that's
The
right. It
original
came from
one.
you. Yeah. So, and then Victoria followed up with that with me, I think with just me. So this, for everyone else's information, this was a dog bite incident. They had a closing ceremony at the end of one of their camp sessions, and some family came bringing their dog with them, and the dog bit a camper in the face.
Mm.
And um, the child, fortunately, the child's parent is an emergency room physician, got them taken care of, and repaired the laceration with dermal glue. And so then Victoria's question to me was the form she submitted had a question on it. What kind of injury was it? A laceration. Were sutures required? And she responded, no. But then she had all this self-doubt about, was that the correct reply? And I don't know, but I just said to her, if there was a comment section, you might have wanted to say, no, sutures were not used, but a glue was, laceration repair was called for and a glue was used. But if there was no place for comments to elaborate on that, I didn't really have any better guidance for her. And I think she's fine with the report that she submitted. So that's the action that I took on that. But
And the report went to DPH?
I believe so. I'd have to look back at the form,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, I think it's DPH.
I think that she would ask them.
Yeah, that's true. A good idea. And maybe I'll say that to her too. So
Mm.
that she could just email someone with that info. Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
That's all that I had.
Okay. Garrett, is that upcoming MAFCO meeting something that is important?
I don't think it requires more of us than me.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we're just kind of in the early phases of for COG helping us to get requests for proposals put together and get contractors to do some work. So
Yeah, I read the agenda and I didn't think there was anything there that I could meaningfully contribute to, but yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for representing us and
Yes, thank
for
you.
being being what, co-chair, is that?
Yes.
That's great.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you think we should be talking about?
Just moving forward, not tonight necessarily, but I would love soon to get an update on what's happening with the burnt out house on Wendell Road.
Okay,
I just want to keep it on our
okay. I'll get in touch with Greg
yeah.
and see what he has to say.
Seems like ages ago there was a plan, but I don't see any action happening.
Yeah, things keep getting changed. He
Yeah,
had a complex plan that involved, I think, selling a different property so that he could raise the money to do it,
Yeah,
not wait on the insurance. But then last time I asked, he said it was basically in some kind of litigation.
yeah. So
I feel like going up there and burning it down again.
it's probably too waterlogged to do that.
Probably, yeah. It must be really gross by now.
When you say again, though, Kat, you weren't involved in the first fire, were you?
I don't think I'll answer that question.
Okay.
No, I was not involved in the first fire.
Oh,
The
brother.
house would be burned again, but I didn't burn it the first time.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I will see what I can find out. But at this point, I have no expectation that what I find out will be in any way satisfactory, and that he'll just say whatever he says,
Sure.
and he'll do whatever he does, and they won't have anything to do with each other. And I feel like we don't have any real leverage.
I know.
You know, we had this thought about receivership, but then that turns out to be a much more complicated thing where the town actually has to pay to do it and then basically take the property, and it's kind of above our pay grade, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish that the select board would take it over, but I haven't heard anything from them.
Mhm. Well, thanks.
All right.
All right. Next meeting, I will be on the Cape, but I believe I'll be perfectly able to join the meeting from there. So
Okay, so that'll be
spend a quiet
August
week down there.
20th, assuming that we need a meeting at that time.
Right.
We might not. I'm
Okay.
kind of hoping not. There's something I'd rather do, but we'll see.
Okay. But I'm available.
Okay, if that's it, thank you all, and
Thanks.
enjoy the rest of the summer, and I'll see you possibly in a couple weeks.
Okay.
Perfect.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Thanks. Good.